This homemade bacon carbonara was out of this world. And believe it or not, I actually made the bacon myself. Guys, this was so delicious. My wife and I made it for dinner, and I had to share this. This might be one of the best recipes I've ever thrown together. And it was extremely simple. Let's start from the top. You know what to do. It's your boy Saucy Rossy. Now, I'm going to have another video really detailing out exactly how I cured this bacon and smoked it. But for now, all you need to know is I cured and smoked my own bacon and it came out beautifully. Doesn't that look spectacular? Oh man, cured and smoked. This is going to layer in a bunch of flavor. So I go ahead, I'm going to slice this up and we're going to dice it actually and then throw it into a frying pan. Now, I'm using my frying pan by the Rock cookware. I really trust this frying pan. It's important that you use a frying pan that you trust. And when I say trust, what I mean by that is being able to control the heat. Your stove and your pan are going to work together. Even if it's not a stove and it's a cooktop like I have right here, they need to work together. So whatever you feel comfortable with, get that up and going. We're going to dice up our bacon. We're going to throw it right in that frying pan and we're just going to let it sizzle for a bit, rendering down all that fat. That's really important here. We want this to be nice and crispy and to try and get rid of a lot of that fat and lard. So just about 3 or 4 out of 10, medium low is the temperature setting I'm using. And I'm just trying to consistently move all the bacon pieces around, trying not to let them sit too still for too long. Now, I know we do want to get them nice and crispy, but we're going to go for a few minutes here. We just need to be patient. That's all that really matters. As that fat renders off of the bacon, we're simply going to soak it up with some paper towel once it becomes too much. And then boom, from there, we will leave just a little bit of that bacon grease to add in that extra little bit of flavor into our carbonara, but it's really not much. So once I get this bacon rendered down to what I'm looking for, and man, oh man, this is looking absolutely scrumptious. By the way, it smells incredible. We're going to go ahead and get all our ingredients ready for our carbonara. So we'll start off by just boiling some pasta, and you want to make sure just to save a little bit of pasta water. Don't rush. Don't pour that out. We definitely want to add that in. Next, we're going to grab 2 eggs. You're going to mix into a bowl 1 whole egg and then the yolk from a second egg. Then salt and pepper and a third of a cup of some Parmesan cheese grated. Now, what we're going to do is once this bacon has finished cooking, we're going to turn off the heat. Our pan is going to be nice and hot. We're going to add all those ingredients in together, but it's really important that you don't immediately add it in with that heat. We want to make sure we get some of that grease out of there, wipe it out with paper towel, and then mix all those ingredients together. Give them the old wang jangle. And it's really important that you continuously move them around. And again, it needs to be off heat. You can see here that I have it just on a cutting board. If you keep it on heat, you're going to scramble those eggs. That's the whole thing, guys. Then you end up with this creamy bacon carbonara. Absolutely scrumptious and delicious, ready to be devoured. And this only took a few minutes. I mean, curing the bacon was complicated, but man, eating the carbonara and making it was plain as day simple. Guys, this was delicious. I love showing off this recipe. I had a lot of fun doing it. I hope you give this a shot. I hope you like some pasta, and I hope you're enjoying barbecue. Oh man, it's summertime, so make sure you're liked and subscribed. Hit me up on Instagram and TikTok. You know what it is. Your boy Saucy Rossy, always out barbecuing up a storm. Take care, stay safe, and have a great day.